So it's absolutely important, truly crucial for all of us to understand the importance of our own unconscious mind. We all born naturally without guideline. We don't have a catalog. We don't say, oh, here, this is how you operate this machine. You learn, and you experience. And this is how you start to learn more and more about your own body, your own mind. And it's such a pleasure to have you with us today, Janice, on My Best Healer podcast. What other messages that you would like to share with the audience before we wrap up our show today?
Well, just carrying what you were just now saying one step further. I read a book many years ago that said our body holds on to every stressor, to everything that's happened.
Yes.
And I would take that one step further and say our heart and soul carry every trauma. And I use the word trauma loosely. You know, purely defined, a trauma is a horrendous thing that happened.
Yes.
Like a horrendous car accident where you broke many bones. However, emotional and verbal abuse is a trauma.
Yes.
A critical parent can be traumatic. Having unrealistic expectations of your children can be traumatic. Talking negatively and critically to your children on a repeated fashion can be a trauma. And every person, it's my contention that, and I have no quantifiable evidence to back this up, but it's my contention based on my own world experience that over 90% of people come to work with unresolved trauma, emotional trauma. And that's why there are certain people who act out at work. There are people who scream at their team members. Screaming's not allowed in the workplace unless somebody's hit you over the head. There should never be screaming at employees, but I see it and I hear about it. And I've had friends that have lived with it. And that's one example. Screaming might not, so screaming is a specific symptom, but there might be verbal and emotional screaming. There might be unrealistic expectations placed on people.
Right.
And so people come to work, when you see somebody overreact to something you say, that's a clue that that reaction is tied to something from a pattern from the past. That's why the stress audit and all that writing is so important, because all that trauma is laying under the surface, waiting to pop up. It wants to pop up at the most inopportune times. And so it's really, really important to pay attention to how you yourself react to things and try to understand when something has a real sting for you, like when you're getting very, very upset about something, it might be a clue that that's connected to something, that a pattern from the past that happened to you, theoretically from your parents or from your teachers, could even be from your peers, could be from a prior job.
Right.
And it's all there waiting to pop out. And we have to stay clean mentally and emotionally. Just like we take a shower and we go to bed every night, we have to cleanse our mind and body and heart and soul every day. We have to stay clean and pure with our emotions.
I love that.
So that we can live a very happy and healthy life.
I love that, Janice.